Wind up, Jason! Your work isn't finished!
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Let's dance, asshole!
So I've been meaning to talk about this movie for quite some time because I absolutely love Scooby-Doo. And one of the things I really wanted the most growing up as a kid is to see one of my favorite cartoons come to life. And we've run across a lot of different kinds of series trying to bring these very memorable cartoon series to life. And some of them worked and some of them failed. And the movie that I am talking about today actually did everything in perfection, at least from my point of view, when it comes to fully showing exactly how a live adaptation of a very iconic cartoon should be handled. And within this video itself, I just want to give my overall thoughts on how I felt about the film when it came to certain things that happened throughout the film itself. So this should be a fun video because I love Scooby-Doo, and trust me, we're going to be tackling a lot of different kind of Scooby-Doo discussions on this channel, so be sure to look forward to that, of course. But if you guys have anything you want to share with me yourselves when it comes to this movie, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below because I'm very curious to hear your own thoughts on this film. So in Scooby-Doo, back in 2002, we see a more evolved version of the characters compared to the original animated series, because the film starts by showing the gang splitting up after growing frustrated with their roles within the team, which pretty much highlights the personal struggles of each character, which is something that I really appreciated. Because Fred is portrayed as self-absorbed and seeking the limelight, while Daphne is tired of always being the one who gets captured. Velma feels underappreciated, often overshadowed by Fred, and Shaggy and Scooby are content staying in their laid-back ways, avoiding confrontation. And as the movie progresses, these issues become central to the plot, making the characters more relatable and human. Daphne's arc focuses on breaking away from the damsel in distress trope, showing her becoming more independent and strong. Her journey feels rewarding when she finally defeats a villain on her own, marking a pivotal moment for her character. Fred, on the other hand, has come to terms with his ego, learning to listen and value the contributions of the others, especially Velma. And Velma's frustrations with being overlooked is also a major point of her character development because she struggles with feeling left out and not recognized for her intellect, but through the adventure on Spooky Island, she learns to assert herself more confidently, and her growth leads to some great moments of empowerment, especially when she's the one to figure out the mystery behind the brainwashing scheme. And even Shaggy and Scooby have character growth as the relationship is put to the test when Shaggy develops a romantic interest in Mary Jane and Scooby-Doo feels threatened by it, which we'll talk about a little bit later when it comes to Shaggy and Scooby-Doo's relationship. And by the end of the film, the Scooby gang reunites stronger than before, and their individual character developments come full circle as they learn to appreciate their differences and work as a cohesive unit once again. And this evolution adds depth to the characters, moving beyond their cartoonish origins, something more complex and engaging for both new viewers and longtime fans. And I know I said we're going to wait a little bit later to talk about Shaggy and Scooby, but we're actually talking about it right now, so I'm not really sure why I said that. But anyways, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo has always been the comedic duo of the franchise, and in this film, their friendship is front and center, because from the very beginning, their goofy antics and fear-driven tendencies are played for laughs. But the movie adds a new layer by exploring how much they truly depend on each other. Shaggy's bond with Scooby is tested when he falls for Mary Jane, and Scooby in turn becomes jealous, afraid of losing his best friend. And this emotional dynamic adds depth to what could have been a purely comedic relationship. One standout moment occurs when Scooby believes Shaggy is abandoning him for Mary Jane, leading to a heartful confrontation between the two. Shaggy reassures Scooby that their friendship comes first, even over his romantic interest. But this scene shows how important their bond is, not just for comedic relief, but as the emotional core of the film. And as the movie progresses, the two face a series of challenges that test their courage, but it's their loyalty to each other that keeps them going. Whether it's fighting off monsters or accidentally uncovering clues, Shaggy and Scooby's teamwork plays a key role in solving the mystery of Spooky Island. The reliance on one another balances the lighthearted tone of the movie with moments of genuine friendship, which gives the film heart and makes it more than just a mystery-solving adventure. Shaggy and Scooby prove that their relationship is unbreakable, even in the face of danger and new relationships. They stay true to one another, and this bond not only drives the plot forward, but also grounds the film emotionally, reminding viewers that at the heart of every adventure, their friendship is truly the real treasure. And the setting of Scooby-Doo, Spooky Island, also introduces a fresh and darker mystery for the gang to solve. Unlike the typical haunted houses or small-town mysteries that they're known for, this tropical resort hides sinister secrets beneath its surface. Because from the moment the gang arrives, there's a eerie vibe that contrasts sharply with the colorful and upbeat nature of the island, making the setting feel both inviting and unsettling at the same time. Spooky Island's theme park setting is filled with strange happenings, like tourists acting out of character and bizarre rituals taking place behind the scenes. This darker tone is new for the Scooby-Doo franchise, and it works well with the film's more mature take on the characters. The island's supernatural elements like brainwashing and soul possession give the mystery a more serious edge while still maintaining the playful feel that fans expect from a Scooby-Doo story. The island's design also plays a significant role in the film, with its tropical aesthetic and haunted elements hidden beneath, and it provides the perfect backdrop for the gang's investigation. The contrast between the sunny exterior and the shadowy underground layers add tension as the gang uncovers more of the island's secrets. And Velma's discovery of the mysterious artifacts and the strange behavior of the guests intensify the mystery, keeping the audience engaged throughout the film. Spooky Island serves as this unique and memorable location for the gang's adventure because it allows for a different kind of mystery, one that mixes the familiar Scooby-Doo tropes with a darker, more mysterious atmosphere. And this blend of light and dark, fun and fear, makes Spooky Island one of the film's standout elements, offering a fresh twist on the classic formula. And one of the film's strongest aspects as well is how it balances the nostalgia of the original Scooby-Doo series with a modern twist. Because for longtime fans, there are plenty of callbacks to the classic show, from the gang's iconic outfits to their signature van, the Mystery Machine. The plot also follows a familiar structure, with the gang unmasking the villain at the end, staying true to the root of the series. However, the film doesn't rely on nostalgia alone, as it also updates the characters and tone to fit a 2000s audience. The humor in particular reflects this modern twist. There are jokes that poke fun at the classic series quirks, such as Fred's vanity and Shaggy's seemingly stoner lifestyle. And these meta references make the film more accessible to older audiences while still keeping it lighthearted enough for younger viewers. And the movie also pushes the character into new, more mature situations, like Daphne's desire to be more than just a damsel in distress, Velma's struggle for recognition, which adds depth to their otherwise cartoonish personas like we discussed earlier. And in terms of visuals, the film brings the animated series to life with live action and CGI, blending the two worlds together. Scooby-Doo himself is fully animated while the rest of the world is live action, which allows the movie to feel both nostalgic and updated. And the CGI itself, while dated by today's standards, still captures the spirit of the character, making him feel like he belongs in this more modern, real-world setting. The film just strikes a balance between paying homage to its source material and bringing something new to the table, and manages to stay faithful to the Scooby-Doo we all grew up with, while offering a fresh perspective for a new generation, and this blend of old and new is a big part of what makes the movie stand out. And Scooby-Doo stands out for its self-aware humor, which sets it apart from previous adaptations. The film doesn't shy away from poking fun at itself in the classic Scooby-Doo formula. Characters like Fred with his over-the-top arrogance and Shaggy, who embodies his laid-back, snack-obsessed persona, are exaggerated in ways that bring humor to the forefront, and the movie embraces these quirks by making the characters' flaws part of the joke without undermining their charm. One of the film's most notable examples of self-awareness is its references to Shaggy's stoner behavior, like we mentioned earlier, which has long been a fan theory but never addressed in the original series. And in the movie winks at this with moments like Shaggy's love for munchies and the smoke-filled scenes that playfully hint at the theory without explicitly stating it, and this tongue-in-cheek humor appeals to older fans while remaining family-friendly. The film also plays with the idea of the Scooby Gang being somewhat outdated in the modern world, with Velma's frustration of being overlooked, Daphne's transformation into a more proactive character, and Fred's shallow tendencies are all heightened for comedic effect, making the film's humor feel fresh while staying true to the characters, and the exaggerated personalities allow for more playful interactions and memorable comedic moments. And the humor in Scooby-Doo works because it balances silly antics with clever references, making it enjoyable for both longtime fans and newcomers. The film knows when to lean into cartoonish roots and when to push the characters into more modern, self-aware scenarios, resulting in a fun and entertaining experience. And bringing an iconic animated series like Scooby-Doo into live action was no easy task, but Scooby-Doo tackles this challenge head-on. The transition from animation to live action brings it with a new set of expectations, especially in terms of how the characters in the worlds are portrayed. The film's biggest hurdle was maintaining the cartoonish charm of the original while grounding the story in a more realistic setting. And this balance was achieved through a combination of live-action performances and CGI, with Scooby-Doo himself being entirely animated. Matthew Lillard's portrayal of Shaggy is one of the best examples of how the movie captured the spirit of the original characters. His over-the-top physical comedy, spot-on voice work, and undeniable chemistry with CGI Scooby-Doo make him feel like he had just jumped straight out of the cartoon. Similarly, Linda Cardellini nailed Velma's no-nonsense demeanor, and Sarah Michelle Gellar brought a new, empowered take on Daphne, and the cast managed to embody the essence of their animated counterparts while bringing a fresh energy to their roles. And the real challenge, however, was integrating a fully CGI Scooby-Doo into the live-action world. While the technology of the early 2000s had its limitations, the film managed to capture the playful and lovable nature of Scooby without losing his cartoonish charm. His exaggerated facial expressions and physical comedy worked well alongside the live-action cast, especially in scenes with Shaggy, where their bond remained the emotional core of the film. The blending of live action and animation in Scooby-Doo was a bold choice that paid off. It allowed the film to retain the lighthearted, fun nature of the original show while updating it for a modern audience, and the result is that a movie that feels both nostalgic and fresh, capturing the essence of what made Scooby-Doo a beloved franchise in the first place. Scooby-Doo is just a fun, nostalgic ride that doesn't take itself too seriously, which is what makes it enjoyable. It's not perfect, but it captures the spirit of the original cartoon while adding its own twist. The cast does a great job bringing these iconic characters to life, and the humor, while goofy, keeps things entertaining. The mystery might not be the most complex, but it's enough to keep you engaged. And in the end, it's a light-hearted, feel-good movie that's easy to enjoy, especially if you've been a fan of Scooby-Doo for years. So overall, that's all I have to say about Scooby-Doo. I just wanted to take the time today to talk about this film because it is a very beloved film. I haven't seen one person say that they didn't enjoy this film. If they didn't, that's perfectly fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion at the end of the day. But for the most part, I do know that this is a very loved adaptation, because when it came to later adaptations of Scooby-Doo that's separate from this, like separate from the two movies that followed this formula when it came to live action, they weren't really as loved as the OG. So I wanted to show my love for this movie within this video, And I'm really hoping that there's other people out there that can relate to me and feel the same way about this movie as well. And don't worry, in the near future, I will be talking about Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I'm just going to have to wait a little bit and see exactly when that video is going to be put out, but I will tackle that movie in the future. I just wanted to put another Scooby-Doo video out there because it's been a very, very long time since I talked about Scooby-Doo on this channel. I haven't talked about Scooby-Doo since the early creation of this channel. So it was definitely time for me to sit in front of the camera and record another video talking about Scooby-Doo. But like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, if you guys have anything in your mind that you want to share with me, that you want to start a conversation with, or whatever the case may be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow your boy on social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook. All of that is located in the description below. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I upload a video on the channel. But other than that, I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.